A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, and we are coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studio here in Colombo. Before we head into the news in detail, here's a look at the headlines.
President pledges continued support for Sino-Lanka relations. Prime Minister begins his 3-day official tour to New Zealand. Former Defence Secretary and 3 former Navy commanders appear in court over the avant-garde case. Estate workers protest, obstructing the Colombo-Hatton Main Road, demanding higher daily wages. New women's record in shot put at the 42nd National Sports Festival.
On to your lead story now. President Maithripala Sirisena pledges that the country will move forward by making the ties between Sri Lanka and China stronger each day. He made this statement at the ceremony which was held to mark the 67th Chinese National Day and the 35th anniversary of Sri-Lanka relations in BMICH in Colombo yesterday.
The award ceremony for the island-wide school-level essay competition that was held in line with the 67th China National Day was held under the auspices of President Maithripala Sirisena.
China රජයෙන් ලැබෙන ඒ අනුග්‍රහය ආධාර ප්‍රදානයන් සහයෝගය වගේම පසුගිය දශක කිහිපය
The government and the people of China have always been our friends. In addition to the aid and the support given to us by the Chinese government, in the past few decades, China has been our friend and helped us in issues that arose in international relations, especially where it concerned the United Nations, Asian relations and regional relations. China has always appeared on behalf of us as a friend when it came to the United Nations, the UN Human Rights Council and the United Nations Security Council. We can never forget this.
මිත්‍රශීලී සුහදශීලී රාජ්‍යයක් විදිහට අපට කිසිසේත් අමතක කරන්න පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ.
A number of invitees, including Chinese Ambassador to Sri Lanka Yi Xianglian, were also present at the event.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe reached Auckland, New Zealand as part of his state official visit to the country. Newsfirst is the only media institution permitted for an exclusive coverage of the Premier's visit. A state ceremony will be held tomorrow to welcome the Prime Minister and the delegation. The Prime Minister arrived in New Zealand upon an invitation extended by the New Zealand Prime Minister John Key. The Prime Minister and the delegation are scheduled to participate in a special meeting hosted by the New Zealand business sector tomorrow. Still in local news, 7 persons, including former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa, appeared in court today over the avant-garde case.
Notices were issued by the Colombo Chief Magistrates Court on a prior occasion to 8 individuals, including former Secretary of Defence Gotabaya Rajapaksa and 3 former Navy commanders, to appear in court today over the avant-garde case. Our correspondent said that while 7 individuals, including the former Defence Secretary, have appeared in court, the former Additional Secretary to the Ministry of Defence, Sujata Damayanti, has not arrived as yet. When the case was taken up for consideration this morning, President's Counsel Ramesh De Silva, appearing on behalf of Gotabaya Rajapaksa, filed a preliminary objection against the manner in which the Primary Commission had filed the case. Thereby, the case was postponed until 11:30 a.m. Our court reporter said that the case is being examined at present.
Meanwhile, a group of estate workers staged a protest demanding that their daily wages be increased by 1,000 rupees. The demonstration was held obstructing the Hatton-Colombo and Hatton-Orelia main roads in Malyapu, Hatton. The protesters say that they will continue to protest daily until their demands are met. It has been reported that a fisherman had died after setting out to sea in the Mirissa area in Mathura. 18-year-old PL Niluka Lakshita had set sail from the Mirisa Fisheries Hub on the 19th of August for fishing activities. The relatives were informed on the 24th of September that the individual in question had died after falling into the ocean. His relatives said that this was the third time the deceased, a resident of Mirisa, had set off to train as a fisherman, and that the vessel he set off in had not washed ashore as yet. The Fourth Magistrate has rejected the request for an international warrant of arrest against former Sri Lanka ambassador to Russia, Udayanga Weerathunga. The FCID requested the court for an international arrest warrant to question the former ambassador on a transaction which was carried out to purchase a MiG aircraft. However, the magistrate ruled out the request as a former ambassador has not been named as a suspect. The court hearing pertaining to this has been postponed to the 25th of November. Speaking in Buttala yesterday, MP Vimal Weerawansa commented on his visit to the FCID.
They put two people to question instead of one. They asked me to come to the FCID for 2 days, and therefore I went. And when I went, I took a toothbrush with me. The officer had a document with 160 odd questions, but they asked only 35 of those questions by then. I also gave them long responses. But if they expect me to give answers to all the 163 questions, then it would take more time than expected. So please note that this is the technique they are using. That day, they attempted to incite fear in the country through the Batalanda Detention Center, and now it's through the FCID.
The opening ceremony of the Galevala Usana Causeway, which has been successfully renovated under the government, the 100-day initiative, got underway this morning. The renovation of the 49-meter-long causeway was to help more than 4,000 families of around 20 villages in the Galevala area, as many of them use it for their day-to-day activities, such as transporting vegetables to the Dambula town. Meanwhile, reconstruction work on the community hall in Parakramapura, Padaviya, commenced today. On to a story here at home. Darika Kumudumali, representing the Western Province, was able to set a new national record in the women's shot put event at the 42nd National Sports Festival being held in Jaffna. Kumudumali set the new national record after clearing a distance of 15.25 meters. Well, that brings us to the end of lunchtime news. If you want to know more about what's happening around you, you simply can log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. Good day.